Hey guys, I know you're excited to hear the finale to Poison in the Colony. Block B, we left off at chapter 44, so I have about 4 chapters to read to you. Just to kind of recap, because I know it's been a while since we've heard our story. If you'll remember, Virginia and her family are building their house on their new land. Chowpoke is the native who has come to live with them and help them. He's the one that Virginia found out he has feelings for Virginia. She could tell by the way he was looking at her, and when she brushed her hand against his, her knowing told her that Chowpoke might have strong feelings for her. Because of that, she's been kind of hiding out from him, trying not to have any communication with him. So remember, she's about 12 years old, so she thinks it's kind of awkward too. Chapter 44. Chowpoke is gone for a few days, and when he returns, he seems different, much more serious and moody. I hear him and Samuel talk together in Algonquian, and I hope that Samuel was helping him to sort out his sad feelings. When Chowpoke is with Alice and Catherine playing their games or teaching them Algonquian words, the heaviness seems to lift. "Watch," says Alice as they play handy-dandy. She holds out her fist in front of Catherine. "Handy-dandy, prickly-pandy, which hand will you have?" Catherine chooses the left hand and finds a pretty red berry inside. She giggles and tries to take the berry. "Let's play again," Alice says, snatching her hand away and hiding them behind her back. "Handy-dandy, prickly-pandy, which hand will you have?" Catherine chooses left again and gets an empty hand. Predictably, she pouts and fusses. Alice wags her finger at her, and I hear some words from years ago. "Catherine, it's a game. Sometimes you get the prize, sometimes you get the empty hand. But it's supposed to be fun every time." Catherine tries hard to put on a happy face. "Fun," she says. Then both girls play the game with Chowpoke, and he is busy choosing hands. But when the game is over, his serious mood comes back. My hope is that little by little, Chowpoke's sadness over Nemataw's death will lift, and he will be his happy self again. March is the time to plant peas, onions, radishes, and this year we are planting on our own land. Our barn is ready for a cow, a mule, and chickens. Fields are cleared and ready to plant tobacco. My parents think it's too early to announce it, but I know that I will soon have another baby sister. The trees are still bare, but there is warmth in the air. Birds return from their flight south to sing for us, and the first green shoots push up from the ground. I feel the hope of this new year. On a beautiful Friday morning, I wake before dawn. I tiptoe past my sleeping family and walk outside. There is a light breeze, and the air echoes with the chirping of spring peepers. I decide to start my chores early. I lift the yoke and buckets to my shoulders and head towards the river. The sky has a glow in the east, but it is more of a waning quarter moon that lights my path. As I'm humming, I approach the barn where Chowpoke sleeps. As I get closer, I stop my humming so I won't wake him. But I hear a strange noise. It is Chowpoke's voice making a tight, strangled sound. I run to the barn door and push it open. Chowpoke is on his knees, his head hanging into his hands. He is swaying, groaning as if he is in great pain. I run to him. "Chowpoke, what is it? What has happened?" I cry. He looks up. His cheeks are streaked with tears. He blinks at me as if he is not sure of what he is seeing in the dim light of the barn. "Are you hurt?" I ask. I see no blood, no cuts or wounds. There is torment in Chowpoke's eyes. He reaches out to touch my face, but I instinctively push his hand away. The moment my hand touches his, I see it. Here's her vision. They come to help us work in the fields with shovels and hoes, to build houses with hammers and saws, or to help fell trees with axes and wedges. They come to eat breakfast, and I see the colony's women slicing bread with kitchen knives. They come to each of the plantations and towns and farms, spreading out among the colonists like a spider's web being woven. It is like any other day, the natives coming to work and eat and live among us. But suddenly, it all changes. Each of the natives grasps something nearby: a shovel, an axe, a kitchen knife, a hoe, a hammer. The next instant, there is blood everywhere as the hammers and shovels and axes come down on whoever is closest. Women, children of all ages, men, no one has a chance to fight back. No one has a warning. I gasp. Chow Poke is shaking. He is looking at me with such anguish. I know this vision must be true. When? I demand. He hangs his head back into his hands and starts up his moaning again.